So, have you heard about the RN party's new push in France to mine Bitcoin using surplus nuclear power?
Yeah. That's quite a shift, right? From previously opposing crypto to now, actively embracing it.
Exactly. It's like um, a full turnaround from Marine Le Pen's old stance. Now they're using idle energy from nuclear plants for Bitcoin mining, which they claim is, well, secure and extremely
Right, really
profitable.
interesting. And it's not just talk, right? I mean, they're drafting a bill to actually set up mining infrastructure at Electricité de France sites.
Yes, exactly. It's all been spearheaded by RN lawmaker Aurelien Lopez Ligori. He's leading the charge in the French parliament for this initiative.
That's a bold move. But doesn't this seem like a bit of a gamble? I mean, repurposing nuclear power surplus for Bitcoin mining seems like it has its risks, don't you think?
Well, it's like pretty innovative. They want to, eliminate waste by turning every bit of energy into digital assets.
Yeah, I get that. Sort of like, squeezing value out of what would otherwise be wasted energy. Sure, but let's be real. Bitcoin mining is energy intensive. Even if it's surplus energy, isn't there a risk that this move could conflict with environmental concerns?
That's a great point. On the one hand, they're trying to reframe the narrative by saying, hey, we're converting waste into something valuable. On the other hand, you have left leaning voices who still argue about the uh, environmental footprint of mining.
Absolutely. And I imagine there's also some internal party friction on this, isn't there? Especially with finance leads like Jean-Philippe Tanguy, who apparently are not fully on board with completely embracing decentralized crypto ideals.
Right. There's definitely an ideological tug of war inside RN. While some members now see Bitcoin as a tool for economic sovereignty, others warn against undermining their traditional centralized monetary
Yep, that's an
policies.
interesting internal debate.
Um, it gets even more layered when you consider that only recently Marine Le Pen was like vocally against digital currencies, arguing that um, dematerializing money undermines national ownership. Now she seems to support using nuclear surplus for mining.
Yeah, it's like watching a political plot twist unfold. Exactly. And this isn't happening in a vacuum. The political landscape in France is quite active with crypto legislation nowadays. And the RN party is apparently the most active political force on that front.
Mm-hmm. They're actively courting crypto lobbyists and entrepreneurs who view them as pro business. It's almost as if they're trying to um, rebrand themselves away from their old anti crypto image.
Right, rebranding is key here. But don't you think there might be too much reliance on that surplus nuclear energy? I mean, what if the surplus isn't as abundant or reliable as they expect?
Well, it's a fair concern. I mean, nuclear reactors are typically designed for a steady output, but if there's a constant surplus, then um, why waste what you can turn into profitable digital
True
assets,
enough.
right? And another angle is that by using surplus energy, they're not necessarily encouraging additional consumption. They're just, optimizing what's already there.
Yeah, it's like recycling energy in a high tech way. In a way, this proposal is also a statement about economic sovereignty. They're positioning Bitcoin not just as a commodity, but as a tool that um, could help reclaim some national control over money.
Exactly. It's a strategic positioning. Rather than relying on global banks or um, international currency flows, they see Bitcoin as a means to keep economic benefits within the nation.
Right, sort of like having your own digital treasury. And this move might influence or at least shift discussions in other political and economic arenas in Europe. Do you think other countries might follow suit?
Possibly, especially if they find a creative way to use um, wasted energy for profitable public or private projects. It's like finding gold in your own backyard.
Yeah, like a modern day energy renaissance.
True, but I do worry about the potential for political polarization here. While crypto enthusiasts applaud the pro business move, others might see it as a flirtation with unregulated financial markets.
Definitely a double edged sword. And even within RN, this move is not unanimous. There's, a clear division between those who believe in crypto's decentralization and those who cling to more traditional centralized monetary principles.
Yeah, exactly. And that internal conflict makes it a bit unpredictable. It's like they're trying to walk a tightrope between innovation and um, conservative financial
Right, that
doctrine.
balancing act is tricky.
Also, think about the potential economic implications. If this initiative scales up, not only could it generate um, revenue from wasted energy, it might also set a precedent for how other energy surplus situations are
Yeah, quite a
handled.
ripple effect. It's almost like a catalyst for rethinking energy policy and crypto integration. But do you think this could undermine traditional energy markets or regulatory frameworks?
That critique is valid. There's a risk that by linking nuclear energy and crypto mining, you could complicate regulatory oversight over both energy and financial sectors.
Definitely a valid concern.
And then there's the public perception aspect. On one hand, it sounds innovative, but on the other, it could trigger fears about further centralization of political power influencing digital currency, even if the idea is about
Right, it's a
decentralization
nuanced
in
picture.
one respect.
I mean, it's ironic that a party known for its nationalist, centralized economic views is now embracing something as decentralized as Bitcoin mining, albeit with a twist.
Exactly, it's a bit contradictory, isn't it? While they're channeling surplus energy into a process that's very decentralized, they're also um, using it as a means to reinforce national economic sovereignty.
Yeah, that contradiction is fascinating. And then there's always the question of practicality. Even if surplus energy is available now, how long will that be sustainable, given changing energy demands and, potential policy changes?
That's true. It's a forward thinking plan, but like any pioneering initiative, it comes with uncertainties. It's like mapping uncharted territory with plenty of potential pitfalls.
Exactly.
I guess in the end, it all boils down to whether this approach can um, deliver on its promise of turning idle nuclear energy into digital gold
Right, that will be
without
the true
stoking new
test.
controversies.
And if they manage to strike that balance, it might just pave the way for a whole new model of energy and financial integration.
Yes, absolutely. It's a bold step that challenges both traditional energy utilization and financial regulation norms. And it's exactly these types of proposals that keep our economic systems evolving.
Yeah, evolution in action. Well, this is certainly a topic to keep an eye on. Thanks for walking through it with me. Lots of angles to think about here.
For sure. It's an exciting time as we see established political forces exploring new digital frontiers in ways that uh, blur the lines between energy policy and crypto innovation.
Absolutely, very exciting. And who knows, maybe this will spark similar initiatives elsewhere. The future is wide open.
Yep, only time will tell. It's a fascinating blend of political strategy, energy innovation, and digital disruption, all wrapped into one.
Right on, very eye opening discussion. Well, here's to embracing innovation while keeping a critical eye on the implications. Cheers to that.